Welcome guys to part 2 of my wife's story. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, and writing something in the comments section. Now let's dive deep into the story. As I walked around the homestead that day, my teeth were clenched tight, my anger palpable. The letter I held in my hand had turned my world upside down. The words on the paper echoed in my mind, making it hard to comprehend why Lucy would do such a thing. Did she really cheat on me? I rubbed my eyes in disbelief and read the contents of the letter once more. The paper was a certification from the town hospital, revealing that my twin daughters were not biologically mine. It featured a DNA test with the stamp of a doctor I knew well. The names written on that paper belonged to Lucy's boss, the man who had taken my daughters away from me. It was devastating to comprehend that he was their real father. My anger consumed me, directed not only at Lucy for betraying me, but also at the entire world. I felt a deep self-hatred creeping in. Could this be some kind of prank? I wondered. But the way Lucy waved me goodbye, the look on her face, told me otherwise. I still couldn't believe my eyes as I watched my precious daughters being taken away. Frantically, I dialed Lucy's number on my phone, desperate for answers. But my calls remained unanswered, increasing my tension. Determined, I jumped into my car and sped off, determined to follow them. Their car was a few meters ahead, leading me down a familiar path. We eventually pulled over on the side of the road. I parked my car behind them. From my position, I could hear bursts of laughter mixed with the cries of my twin daughters. Lucy tried to comfort them, explaining that her boss was now their new father. But their tears didn't stop, prompting Lucy to buy them a snack from a nearby kiosk. Luckily, she didn't notice my car parked just meters away. They drove off again, and I resumed my pursuit. After a few miles, I had to stop to refuel. In haste, I rejoined the road just in time to see them disappear. Around a right turn, I accelerated, desperately trying to catch up. When I took the same turn, I was shocked to find their car moving slowly toward the entrance of a drink and wine bar. This left me baffled, as Lucy had always claimed to never drink alcohol. I decided to follow them inside. Once in the bar, I spotted Lucy's boss ordering drinks, which she hesitated to accept at first. Eventually, she gave in, taking a small sip of alcohol. I found a secluded seat for myself and tried to gather my thoughts. The server, a young girl, approached me with a smile that brought a shred of happiness to my distraught state. I then placed an order for nemachoma with ugali and a soft drink. I watched as Nelson, Lucy's boss, engaged in lively conversation with her, laughter filling the air. At one point, I almost thought I saw them kiss each other. The image burned in my mind, fueling my anger and sadness. Stay tuned for part 3, where I confront Lucy and demand answers to the questions that have been haunting me. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment if you're enjoying this gripping story. When I finished my meal, I beckoned to the girl to clear the table, and she promptly came over. As she tidied up, I felt a fleeting temptation to ask her age, but I quickly reminded myself of proper etiquette. As I turned my gaze away, my eyes fell upon a solitary woman seated alone, her intense gaze fixed upon me. Flustered, I couldn't help but blush shyly under her piercing stare. Just as I thought she was about to rise from her seat, I made a sudden decision to stand up, pretending I needed to excuse myself to the restroom. Coincidentally, at the same moment, Nelson, the person who had sparked my irritation earlier, also excused himself to visit the restroom. Fueled by anger, I resolved to confront him, planning to give him a piece of my mind. Hastily, I hid myself in a corner, waiting for him to pass. Once he had entered one of the washrooms, I eagerly prepared to call out his name loudly, feeling certain that it would startle him. But before I could utter a sound, I heard the unmistakable ringtone of his phone. Curiosity consuming me, I hesitated, straining my ears to catch any fragments of his conversation. Intrigued and shocked by what I heard, I couldn't help but continue to listen, slowly creeping into the adjacent washroom without making a sound. Nelson's suppressed laughter filled the air as he whispered into the phone, his words sending shockwaves through me. I was left in utter disbelief and confusion, longing to understand the full context of his conversation. The revelation weighed heavy on my mind, leaving me desperate to uncover the truth. Stay tuned, dear subscribers, for the thrilling continuation of this story. Part 3 promises to be captivating, unveiling more shocking revelations. Don't miss out. Remember to hit that subscribe button and join us on this suspenseful journey. Thank you, and much love to you all.